Wout van Aert thought he had won, then he thought he had lost. 20 minutes later, everything changed. An early 7-rider breakaway escaped, but the peloton kept a tight grip. As crosswinds whipped across the Danish coast, the Uno X team drilled the pace, shattering the field into echelons before the bunch reconsolidated. With the breakaway swallowed up, a massive bunch sprint became inevitable. Wout van Aert, carrying momentum from his Stage 1 victory, aimed for back-to-back wins. But Alpecin Premier Tech positioned their Australian fastman Jensen Plowright perfectly on his wheel. The stage was set for a blistering high-speed finish. With 200 meters to go, Wout van Aert launched. Exploding from the slipstream of his Visma bike lead-out, the Belgian powerhouse drove his pedals down, aiming to secure back-to-back stage victories in Denmark. But right on his wheel, Jensen Plowright reacted instantly. The young Australian sprinter from Alpecin Premier Tech swung out of the slipstream and drew level, matching Van Aert stroke for stroke as their speeds topped 60 km/h in the final run-in to Skive. As the painted line rushed toward them, neither rider held a clear advantage. Side by side, they initiated the bike throw, a violent, synchronized thrusting of their machines forward while pulling their weight back over the rear wheel to gain every possible millimeter. Their front tires cut through the air side by side, crossing the stripe in what appeared to the naked eye as an absolute dead heat. To the spectators lined against the barriers and the commentators calling the action, the visual margin was completely indistinguishable. The race was over, but the winner remained entirely unknown. Race officials immediately declared Jensen Plowright the provisional winner. As the news spread, Alpecin Premier Tech erupted in celebration, and staff began preparing the podium for the young Australian's first professional victory. Wout van Aert, believing he had been beaten on the line, quietly accepted second place in the moment. But behind the scenes, the race was far from settled. Nearly 20 minutes after the riders crossed the line, the commissaires sat down to review a clearer, higher-resolution image from the finish line timing system. Zooming into the pixel level, they analyzed the exact moment each front tire touched the vertical plane of the line. The clearer image revealed a different story. Van Aert's front tire was marginally ahead of Plowright's. In an instant, the official stage result was reversed in his favor. Reflecting on the sudden turnaround, Van Aert remarked, "When they managed to get a clearer image, it turned out that I had just been faster." At 60 km/h, human eyes cannot judge a dead heat. Race officials rely on high-speed line scan cameras focused entirely on the finish line. Rather than taking standard photos, these systems record thousands of single-pixel vertical slices every second, stitching them into a continuous image strip where the horizontal axis represents time, not space. By official rules, victory belongs to the first front-wheel plane to intersect this vertical marker. While a desperate bike throw can thrust a wheel forward by millimeters, the initial television broadcast often suffers from parallax, low resolution, and poor camera angles. Only the raw, high-confidence timing image can settle the official result. The corrected result secured Wout van Aert's second consecutive stage win in Denmark, consolidating his hold on the leader's blue jersey. Reassigning the 10-second winner's time bonus restructured the overall classification, giving Visma a bike a firmer tactical grip on the race. Meanwhile, Jensen Plowright and Alpecin Premier Tech had to absorb the bitter reality of a lost milestone. Plowright, denied what would have been his first major professional victory, left the podium empty-handed. This tiny margin of victory completely reshaped the competitive field, driving up the stakes and pressure as the peloton faced the Hilly Queen stage next. Subscribe for more cycling stories. Unlike the flat coastal roads of the opening days, this terrain is defined by short, punishing climbs, including 4 separate ascents of a steep 10% ramp. With 2 additional uphill segments in the final circuit, this relentless profile will shatter the field, favoring explosive classics riders over pure sprinters. Crosswinds and breakaway threats remain constant dangers on the open Danish roads. Wearing the blue leader's jersey makes Wout van Aert the ultimate target. His Visma bike squad must decide whether to exhaust themselves controlling the pace or risk letting a dangerous move escape. The race for the overall victory is wide open. Subscribe for more cycling documentaries. Today, elite cycling exists on a razor's edge. When victory is decided by mere millimeters, technology doesn't just measure the finish, it shapes destiny. Subscribe for more cycling documentaries.